In my 35 years of being alive, this is the most vivid memory I have. I will never forget this moment. I walk into Nate's room, I said, "Nate, I need a sleeping bag." I said, "Bro, I'm sleeping on the street tonight." For the next 6 months, I slept on the street. I slept behind dumpsters so people couldn't find me. I slept in dirt fields so people couldn't find me. If I was lucky, I got a Motel 6. If I was luckier, I got somebody's couch to sleep on. Something I said I would never do was put a needle in my arm to use drugs. I've never been so ashamed of myself. I've never felt so much guilt in my life than when I was homeless. On January 22nd, I was arrested in a home that I broke into. 30 days later, I was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison. And I told myself, I'm just smoking weed one time, that's it. This whole becoming homeless thing, losing all my friends, that'll never happen to me. I remember when I got to prison at Wasco State Prison on D Yard, cell 254, I had the top bunk. I walk into my cell, I lay down on my bunk and I look up in the ceiling. Somebody had written this quote with a pencil in the ceiling. It said, "Be careful what you think, because your thoughts become your words. Be careful what you say, because your words become your actions." And I kept reading it over and over and over and over. It was making so much sense to me. So I set 4 goals while I was in that prison cell. I said, when I get out of here, I'm gonna race BMX professionally. I'm gonna go to the Olympics. I'm gonna become a professional speaker. I'm gonna start a nonprofit organization called the Free Will Project, but I didn't know how I was gonna go from a prison cell to the Olympics. So I told myself this after learning a really valuable life lesson, and that valuable life lesson is this: if you could be trusted with little, you'll be trusted with much. I told myself I'm gonna learn how to brush my teeth, but I'm gonna treat brushing my teeth like it's going to the Olympics. Then I learned how to make my bed. After I learned how to make my bed, I learned how to organize my stuff. After I learned how to organize my stuff, I learned how to physically train hard every single day in prison without taking any days off. If you want to be successful, work that routine every single day and sacrifice everything else that doesn't fall into your routine. I remember being at Tehachapi State Prison, 17 degrees outside, snowing on the yard. I can't take a day off because it's snowing. It's not snowing on the other side of the world right now. Somebody's getting to train in the heat. If I find a reason to take a day off today because it's too cold, guess what? When it's too hot, I'll find a reason to take a day off then. So I was done making shortcuts. I was done making excuses. I was going to work hard every single day and focus on my dream and focus on my gift. I paroled prison December 13, 2008. After 2 years of being in prison, hadn't touched a bike in 7 years. I took 3rd place. That first year, I won 5 races at the lower pro division, and I moved up to the Olympic level in 2010. In 2011, I made 6 finals before I blew my knee out. And I had to have knee surgery that caused me to not be able to race BMX professionally anymore. And I was crushed because my biggest dream was to go to the Olympics. But I told myself, keep brushing your teeth, keep making your bed, keep organizing your stuff, stay focused. You'll find the reason that you blew your knee out. I started coaching BMX athletes in 2012. By 2016, my coaching had went from nobody wanted me to coach them to having 3 national champions, 2 world champions, and 25 athletes from Australia to Bolivia. In 2016, in July, I got a phone call from my top female athlete, Brooke Crane. She said, "Pack your bags, Hoff. You're going to the Olympics." I made the Olympic team, not as an athlete, as a coach. When I got off the plane, I started crying. I'll never forget when I got to the BMX track where the Olympics was going to be raced. I started crying because I was so overwhelmed with gratitude. I worked so hard and sacrificed so much and gave even when I wasn't getting paid for it because I believed in my gifts. It doesn't matter how gifted you are at something, you're going to fail 1,500 times before you actually get to see your dream the way you see it. And if you don't learn how to fail and get back up, you're never going to get to where you want to go in life. I came here to tell you, one choice can change the rest of your life.